Pavement collapse in London. Where is this? And what happened? I remember walking down the street in Pimlico, London, as made famous by the film Passport to Pimlico, and seeing this hole in the ground. The pavement had collapsed. So I took a couple of photos. Now, after many years, my curiosity has got the better of me and I want to find out where it was and why it happened. Please stay to the end for all the detail. I hope you enjoy. Please like and subscribe. Brought to you by Eclectic Experience. Change seen through images. I came across this hole in the path whilst walking along a street in Pimlico, near Victoria in London, England. I had never seen anything like this before. The whole pavement had disappeared right up to the curbstones. That's a width of just under 2 metres or around 6 foot. The hole was over a metre deep or at least 3 foot, and that was on top of the rubble. And the hole was probably at least 4 metres or 12 foot long. So substantial. So I came back the following day with my camera and took these photos. It was even more of a hazard on this day as some of the barriers, as we can see, had fallen into the hole. The year was 1998. Trying to find it again was always going to be challenging as there weren't many clues in the photos. The situation was compounded as a huge amount of building work has been going on in Pimlico, some of which I did catch on camera. See links at the end of the video. So, to find this site, in addition to my vague memory, I followed these clues in the photo. It was a tarmac rather than a paved path. It was on a corner. There were, or had been, street signs. There was brickwork looking like a basement or cellar, and it was next to a hoarding. Also, there is a low concrete wall in the distance. The combination of brick and hoarding made me think they were cellars that had collapsed, possibly pub cellars, as pub demolition was not uncommon at this time, as we see here with the Duchess of Clarence pub. I remembered one pub, the Westminster, previously Page's Wine Bar, as seen here, which at one time had had a Star Trek Enterprise model hanging from the ceiling, which is why I remember it, had been demolished and replaced by flats. As I knew where this pub had been, seen here on a 1951 Ordnance Survey map, on the corner of Page Street and Marsham Street, I went and had a look. This is how it looks now. The pub was here. Looking at the pavement, it was paved with slabs rather than tarmac. And more significantly, there was no low concrete wall nearby. So, unfortunately, this is not the site we were looking for. So, back to the map. And this was quite an eye-opener, seeing all the sites marked ruin. I assume most of these were as a result of World War II bomb damage, with a good chance that a lot of these buildings would have been Victorian, with cellars under the pavement, increasing the number of possible locations for the site of the hole. In fact, I took this photo of a construction site near Victoria, where we can clearly see coal cellars under the pavement. On the map, this is where the Westminster pub or Page's Wine Bar was. And if we look over to the left, there is another PH for pub here, which is on the corner of Regency Street and Vincent Street. This is on the same street as the famous old style Regency Cafe. This is an Art Deco cafe that opened in 1946 and has been used in many films, including Rocket Man and Layer Cake, to name just a couple. It's well worth a visit. After doing some digging, I found out that this pub was called the Regency Arms, and it is not there anymore. So this is a distinct possibility for the site. There are not many Victorian buildings around this small area of Pimlico, as these large listed blocks take up most of the space and were built between 1928 and 1930. This is the site of the old Regency pub. Planning permission was granted for the demolition and then replacement with flats in 1998, so this fits in with the timeline. As a final check, The only thing we can see in the distance in the original photo is this low concrete wall. If we come to the present, we can see the wall from a similar angle, though a rail has been added to the top. And if we look up, we can see the surrounding block of flats. So I'm pretty sure this is where the street collapse was. And although the street covering could have changed, here it is still tarmac. And there is also a street sign on the corner, I assume a new one, rather than the one that fell in the hole. So why the collapse? Well, my best guess is that the pub cellar had extended under the pavement, and the vibration from the demolition of the pub caused it to collapse. Judging by the brick rubble, it looks like the brick arches that supported the cellar roof fell into the cellar void and took the pavement with it. It is very common for Victorian pubs to have cellar entrances that are under the pavement for deliveries. Here are a couple of examples. I do remember what happened to the hole. By luck, I saw a concrete truck filling it up. Then I assume it was just tarmacked over. Mystery probably solved, though the tarmac looks like it's been repaired a couple of times since. Pimlico is a fascinating area, right next to Westminster, and includes Tate Britain and Chelsea College of Art, as well as the large residential areas we have seen. It has seen some very interesting developments that I've also produced videos on, including Tackbrook Triangle, link here, and Rochester Road Police Station, link here. I'll be making more similar videos, so please subscribe. I hope you've enjoyed the video. Please like and click the alerts bell for future releases. Thank you for watching Eclectic Experience, change seen through images.